Hello traders and welcome back to another Funded Trading Plus interview. Today we are joined by one of our newer traders who only joined us towards the end of March. Since joining us, not only has he scaled up his account, he has also received a payout of over $30,000. Jalen has been kind enough to jump on an interview with us here today, which I guarantee you do not want to miss. Not only does he share his journey as a trader, he also breaks down his latest trade on USD JPY. Also, if there are any questions you would like us to ask in upcoming interviews, be sure to let us know in the comments. But for now, sit back, relax, and enjoy this new Funded Trading Plus interview. So, Jalen, could you please introduce yourself and how you got into trading?
Well, my name is Jalen Nelson. I actually got introduced to trading by one of my good friends. Her name is Andrea Ramos. She introduced me back in 2019, 2020, and that was just my introduction to it.
Nice. So, could you talk to me about your development as a trader? What was the journey to becoming the profitable trader that you are today like?
Even now, it's still a journey. It's always ongoing, but just taking the time to just find a strategy, just back testing it, seeing what I like. Okay, this didn't work. All right, this worked, but how consistent was it? Is it duplicatable if I were to ever show somebody else what I'm doing? And then just keep just the progression of it.
Nice. So you mentioned that you're still on the journey. What are the challenges that you do face as a trader now, and how do you overcome them?
Even now, trading is always an emotional thing. So even then, still get the best of me. But I just try to take it in strides, breathe, and just take a step away from the charts. It's live life.
Live life. Yeah, like good answer. So what do you do when you're not focusing on trading?
Well, I do have a couple of hobbies. I like, art, music. I like basketball. And currently I'm still working. So I just try to just take everything in stride.
Okay, nice. So what's the first thing that you do when you look at the charts? What is it that you look for?
One of the first things that I really do, I just try to analyze just the weekly structure, because more times than not, when I'm only going to look at the chart for about like 10 to 15, 20 minutes. Then I go on about my day and I set my alerts, but I look to see the major structures just on a daily time frame, just so I can analyze that. Then just progressively, once it gets closer to my times that I like to enter, then I start to dive deeper into the analyzation part of it.
Good. So you mentioned that you're still working a full-time job. How do you balance working and trading at the same time? What things do you put in place to make it easier for yourself?
Again, like the pairs that I've just found like specific times where they have those major moves. And so that's when I will focus my attention on that time. Other than that, I won't really focus too much on the chart. I go to work unless like I'm at work and the pair that I'm focused on is in that time zone of that trading. Then I'll like take a quick peek, look, see what's going on, and I just keep focused on about my day.
So where would you see yourself in 3 years' time as a trader? What are your goals?
When we talk about goals, I just mean strictly trading, not anything other than trading. I mean, I see myself as multi-millionaire from trading, definitely in that sense. Being able to pass the skill along to others, definitely the same way it was passed to me. But just being able to fund my lifestyle just through it, and then just adding other things apart to it.
Really good answer. No, it's good to hear the confidence as well shining through. Well, you've recently made a withdrawal of $30,000, just over. Could you talk me through the emotions receiving that payout and the actual journey to getting that amount of money?
Before I purchased the account, I had got a text message. I don't know what other people believe in. I believe in God. So to each his own. I had received a message that just told me, it's actually on my mirror. It said, Exodus 2 says, Moses' mother had hid him for 3 months, but he became too big to hide. And so the text was on March 28th at 4:30. My birthday is on April 30th. So I was like, okay, I'm taking it as a sign. So I purchased the account around like April 4th, around like April 3rd, April 4th, passed the account in like a day or two. Had the whole journey of making the money between the 10th, however much I made. And actually the day of the withdrawal, I had the profit increase. So I was in like a UJ trade. I was up like 10,000, and then it just randomly took me out. I was kind of nervous. I didn't know what happened.
No, it's really inspiring. It's a really good answer as well. And no, I'm sure people listening will take note of that. And sometimes you just know when the time is right. You also mentioned scaling your account. So you started for people who don't know, you started on a $100,000 account. You obviously made the 10% to scale up. So you're now actually on a $200,000 account. Where do you see yourself in terms of the scale up plan? Do you see yourself scaling up more, or you gonna be withdrawing profits without the need of scaling up?
Just taking it in stride. I do plan on seeing myself scale more, but just as the time fits, as the journey as it increases, I'll do what I see is necessary for me to do that.
Really good, really good. Well, Jalen has been kind enough to share us his trading view, but before we go on to that, we're just going to go on to a quick fire questions round. Jalen, if that's okay?
Yeah.
Perfect. So what is your favorite trading pair?
My favorite trading pair, I like GU.
What is the most you would risk per trade?
The most I would risk, pip wise, I'd say 25 pips. But even then, like as I actually enter the trade, it gets smaller. I minimize it to maybe like 15 pips. So I don't even know if that's 0.8%, something like that, something along those lines.
MT4 or MT5?
I was heavy on MT4. I'm more of an MT5 guy now.
What is your favorite trading session?
My favorite trading session is London.
And your best time frame for entries?
My best time frame, 5 minutes.
5 minute time frame. And what is your favorite day of the week to trade?
Actually, I just kind of picked this up. It's more of a Sunday, Monday thing. That's where I see a lot of movement throughout the course of the market.
Nice. And what is your ideal risk to reward?
Probably like 1 to 5.
Very good, very good. Well, that's some good answers there, Jalen. Thanks a lot for that. So we're going to take a quick pause. We'll head on to Trading View, and Jalen's just going to share a couple of his recent trades with us. All right, traders, we are back with Jalen. He has got his Trading View open, and he's just going to run through a recent trade on UJ by the looks of it.
Yeah, for sure. So I actually caught this. I caught this in my personal account, but this is how I more so just view the market. I initially, again, at the beginning of the week, I'll start off, I'll check things out, see what I'm looking at. If structure looks too funny, I'll go to a higher time frame just so I can see. All right, I kind of got a basis of what I'm looking at. All right, the way that I do it, I always try to look for about like 50% of the candle, see what makes the most sense. All right, I'm going to take it from the body of this candle.
Nice.
Set a horizontal line. Then this is how I just analyze it on a consistent basis. I have my times over here, or just my outliers. So I have a monthly sale. Then I just come down, look. All right, this is what I'm seeing as far as this is concerned. Same principle, same concept. Do it for the weekly. I took it from the wick. Same principle. This is just off of just a lot of back testing just to see price typically trades at a body, or it comes back to a wick. Then I minimize it. Now this is when I focus more so on just the day, and then just get to that actual right there in that spot analysis. Okay, I see it from the day, same concept, full body of the candle. So I'm looking at about 50%. And for me, I'm more so focused on just certain times. Like time is a major aspect for me just because of what I've back tested, what I've seen. Like certain pairs move at certain times. So for this UJ trade, I typically trade like UJ at 2, 3 in the morning. Then I'll see another time gap of about like 7, 8. So then as I come down, I see this imbalance. See a little change of character right here. And then just so people understand what I mean when I say time frames, I see time frame around 10 o'clock, 2200 hours. That's around 10 p.m., 2 a.m., 2 a.m. right here. Then more so about like 7:30ish. So now these are the time frames in which I start to focus on. I would set my alerts, everything else of the sort. Price is doing what it's doing. Price will do what it's due. Then I start to look for my targets. What are areas in which I could take profit at? So I see I got this high right here. Got a liquidity pool up here. And this is more so how I just analyze my trades. I try to look for my targets, and this is just at the beginning of the week. So as the days go by, I'll typically either close out at the end of the day, or if I see that price will look to continue to go either or, I'll just make my decision off my time frames.
Okay, nice. So you're looking at a higher time frame narrative, and then you're working your way down the time frames, building up confluences, dropping down in time frames, and you're sort of looking for entries. And you actually mentioned about time, how important time is for you. And it's really interesting. So how would you describe your style of trading then? Is it a little bit of smart money concepts in there, ICT? How do you define your style of trading?
Yes, it's definitely a lot of smart money concepts. It's based upon just those concepts, and then just a lot of different things I've seen and analyzed just throughout the midst of that trading.
Nice. Okay.
So price comes in, it touched this zone. Again, it's not at my buyers. It's not at my market. So now we've just entered around 10 p.m. London session is going to start about 2 a.m.-ish. All right. Price does what it wants to do. So here I could have either took it for a sale, but again, my analysis is leading me to a buy. So I tapped into this original zone right here for the buy. Mm-hmm. I see I have a change of character, another smart money concept, change of character, breaks of structure. I know if I zoom in, I have an imbalance right here. I have a small imbalance right here, and then I have a POI candle right here. So then I would start to focus on these areas right here, and here. So at that point, then I used to do a lot of limits, but now I do just more so market execution. So let's say if I gauge my trades from here, let's say if I took it from just the POI, took it from, again, I say about 25 pips. That's the maximum I'll do. But once I actually enter the trade, I'll slim it up. These two areas here.
You seem very mechanical in the way that you're analysing the markets. Is that something that over time has helped you become the trader that you are today, in a way?
Definitely. It just came from like a lot of back testing, a lot of just seeing what works for me. Again, trading is one of those things where you can find, it's a lot of different avenues in which you could take it. You just got to see what works best for you. If you could take other people's style, what can you add to your style from other people? So it's just one of those things where I've just always looked to add. So what is this? About 1 to 9 on a 5-minute time frame. So now I'm still at 2 a.m.-ish. Price tapped in. It's in those zones. Starts to go up.
Yeah, to the moon.
And again, I still have that higher time frame confluence. So if I were to hold it, I still have target areas in which that I'm looking at.
Wow, that's a really nice trade. Yeah. Wow. Really nice trade. And it's very interesting the way that you've worked your way from the top to the bottom. And it's something that you've been able to repeat over time as well, which is great to see. It's something that we've seen with the way that you trade our accounts. So, great stuff, Jalen. Is there any way that people can get in touch with you via social media, or are you kind of a secretive guy? Or I'm sure the Discord community will be keen to get in touch with you possibly.
Definitely. Anybody can reach me on my Instagram at JAYTHAT_guy, J_guy.
Beautiful. Happy days. That's great stuff. Well, thanks a lot for joining us today, Jalen. We really do appreciate it. You've shared some really good insights. Just thanks a lot. Anything else you'd like to add to that?
No, man. I appreciate you having me. Again, it's always a journey, and just take everything in stride.
Well, we can't wait to see where you go with your trading, and we can't wait to probably have you on here again one day. So thanks a lot.
Thank you.